I'm sad a lot and use bad jokes as a coping mechanism. So a lot of people, YouTubers especially, have come out lately online and discussed their own struggles with mental illness for World Health Day. And it's super inspiring. For a really long time, it was shameful to talk about your own experiences with mental health. So having people that you look up to saying, hey, I went through this too, let's talk about it today, is really comforting. And it's a really big step for people who are still being affected by the stigma. I'm super open about my experiences with mental illness. It's not something that I'm ashamed of, and I have no problem talking about it. But there are so many perpetrated misconceptions about mental illness that it can still be really difficult to talk about. So many people don't really understand what mental illness is. They can understand a sprained finger or a dislocated shoulder because it's something that they can see and therefore comprehend. But if you have a mental illness, it's not always visible, and lots of people just cannot fathom something that they can't see. And here I was thinking that abstract thought was an ability that you learn in the operational stage of development, yet there are fully grown adults with fully formed brains that just can't understand something that they can't see. It's absolutely unbelievable. Talking to you, Karen. The brain is just one big organ. It's an organ that can get sick or not do its job well, like a stomach or a kidney. Depression specifically is literally when your brain can't soak up enough of those feel-good neurotransmitters. Having depression is kind of like brain flu. The organ can't do its job properly because it's sick. If you had bronchitis so your lungs weren't getting enough air, you wouldn't say,
"Oh, it's all in your chest."
Or,
"Honestly, just watch a funny movie. It really helps me when I can't breathe."
Or,
"Look, I really don't feel comfortable talking about this with you."
Because those are ridiculous things to say to someone who has a sick organ, especially one as huge and important as a lung. So why do we say these things to people with sick brains? Depression is a chronic illness inside the brain. Of course it's all in their heads, where else would it be? But they aren't making up the pain that they feel, just like people with bronchitis aren't making up the pain they feel in their chest. Watching a funny movie when you're sad is a good distraction, but it doesn't cure depression. Sick organs need doctors or medication, and it's okay not to want those. Everyone heals differently and has different needs. But if you aren't a doctor or you don't struggle with the same illness, your foolproof cure going for a run because it's your favorite hobby isn't helpful.
Oh my god, a Nobel Prize just for me? Because I cured my friend's depression by telling her to pray?
Sorry to break it to you, they're probably seeing a therapist. We need to end the stigma of mental illness being something to be ashamed of. Therapy shouldn't be embarrassing any more than it would be to see a doctor about your asthma. And yet, for some reason, depression, anxiety, bipolar, personality, and other mental disorders are so completely shunned and inappropriate to the point where people would rather live with a chronic illness in the most important organ in the human body, or even kill themselves rather than talk about it. I felt like that. I feel like that. And it hurts me when we have to make this complete distinction between a physical and a mental illness, because that only furthers the separation between the able-minded and the disable-minded, the neurotypical and the neurodivergent. The only difference between someone with a broken leg and someone with a broken brain is the stigma surrounding talking about it. I know that I missed World Health Day by a while, but there shouldn't just be one day in a year where we raise awareness and bridge the gap between the neurotypical and the neurodivergent. Though my putting up this video late isn't some big metaphor for how we should have regard year-round. The truth is I was home without my mic for a week, and I'm really lazy. I don't expect or hope that everyone who watches this video that struggles with a mental illness is going to go tell everyone about what they go through. There are lots of people that I don't talk about my physical disability with, but that's a whole different video. Not everyone is comfortable sharing their personal experiences with the world. My only hope is that one day it can universally be taken as seriously as bronchitis or a broken leg by everyone. Those struggling, those affected, and those who don't want to talk about it. Because yeah, I'm sure it hurts to hear what terrible things your friends are going through. But it sucks to suffer in silence. Well, that video was depressing. Pun definitely intended. That's not funny. I hope you enjoyed, and maybe next time it'll actually be a funny video, which is maybe what you came to this channel for. Maybe you stumbled upon this channel completely accidentally and you have no idea why you're still here watching this video. If you did, congrats for getting to the end of this one. Should watch a different one. It's probably better. Links to follow me on things are in the description. Is it raining? I don't think think so. Oh, who likes having the window open? I usually record at like 1 o'clock in the morning, so it's like a little bit weird to be recording during the day. Let me know what you think. Let me know if there are other videos that you want me to make. Maybe something that's a little more lighthearted than this one. That was a good outro, right? There's probably gonna be a box over here, I think, where you can watch a different video. And I think you can like subscribe up here. Maybe it's this way. I don't know. But it sucks to suffer in silence. You ruined that take.